You're more nervous about your performance.
Right, well, I did rehearsal this morning, and I feel really confident about things, so I got all the changes worked out, so I'm ready to party and have fun.
All right, your tongue's yellow. What did you have, sucker?
Oh, yeah, I just had a Jolly Rancher. I don't know why it's yellow.
By 2002, Forbes magazine ranked her the world's most powerful celebrity. But by now, Britney was increasingly letting her pop princess crown slip.
At first it really bothered me, but now I just look at it, it doesn't faze me at all, because this is just how the music industry is, and, a lot of people will say things just to, whatever's up at the top. Sometimes they'll say anything just to pull that person down, and they'll say anything to sell a magazine, so I'm just kind of over it right now.
Her much-publicized relationship with Timberlake had ended.
I said, if there's ever a moment where you ever need me, you can rest assured that I will be there, because I love you as a person, and I will always love you. No matter what we say at this point, people are going to speculate things, and I could really get myself in a horrible position if I was to say something and somebody misinterpret it, because that happens all the time. And I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
The breakup was a terrible blow, particularly as it was followed by Britney's parents' divorce 2 months later.
I just wanted to do a movie that I could put my heart all over and say, really be passionate about. So I came up with a concept one day, and we got a writer to come in to elaborate on it. And then, so it's like my little project. So it was all of my idea, actually.
My favorite scene is probably the scene where me and the girls were jumping on the bed and we're just having a really good time. I like watching that scene personally. But the hardest scene is definitely the crying scenes. You know what? My heart and soul will always probably be singing, just because that's me and that's what I do. But I don't know. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun with acting because it's so different.
Why movies?
Honestly, I was on my 3rd tour, and I just wanted to try something different to see even if I could do something, try the acting thing. And I was really inspired by the script. I really love what the script was saying, and I love the whole relationship between the girls and the bond that they had. So honestly, I was inspired to do it because still to this day, I still have my best friends, 3 best friends, Courtney, Larlin, and Jansen. And that's one of the things that, I think that's inspiring to have that. And I wanted to do the movie because I could kind of relate to it to a certain extent.
So what are the difficult things about making the movie, as you say? I mean, you have to do your first screen kiss, and, there's lots. It's a very emotional film, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of parts that were really hard for me to do because I couldn't relate to the fact that Lucy, her mother, totally abandoned her. And so I really had to just, go inside Lucy and try to envision what she was going through, But I like the fact, though, that it is really very emotional, and it does deal with real teen issues. So teenagers can see that and feel, like whatever's going on in their world, they'll be like, they're not alone,
How do you think the film's going to do? I mean, people have been talking about the film has already been compared in some senses to Mariah Carey in the sense that you're both singers, you both made films. Now, her film was a big flop. How does that make you feel about yours?
Well, honestly, I knew totally going into this that there's always a chance of failure. But, I'm the type of person, I'm willing to take that risk, and I love Crossroads and I love the whole story behind it. And it's something that I want to put my heart into, so I was willing to take that risk.
And do you listen to what critics say?
Honestly, no. As long as my fans can go see the movie and be somewhat touched by it, that's what, that's my initiative. Honestly, everything that the critics like, I personally don't like. And everything that they don't like, I hate it. So it's really, I think they're paid to criticize.
Britney Spears was at Heathrow Airport early this morning to fly back home, leaving behind the bad headlines and the controversy over the British premiere of her debut film. It had all started so well. Some fans had been waiting much of the day to meet their idol. When she did arrive, though, it was an hour late, and she quickly went inside. with the boos ringing in her ears, the singer did pop out briefly again, went nowhere near the crowds, and the damage had been done.
Britney mania seemed to be subsiding. Yet she outshone her competitors with her knack for staying at the center of attention and changing her image as often as her outfits.
Je suis désolé. Lo siento. Ich ben drovica. Sono spiacente.
She's been my idol since I was a little girl, so I was a little nervous when I met her. I was really a goob. Oh, so embarrassed. I can't believe, like, normally I'm really cool when I meet people. I know she was like, she is a dork. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. If I could take that back, I totally would. But, no, she had me starstruck.
By 2003, only Madonna, her older Material Girl idol, matched Britney's global fame. The following year, Madonna passed the provocation torch to the young popster, when the two locked lips on a live broadcast of MTV's Video Music Awards show. The stunt was well timed to announce the arrival of her #1 LP, In the Zone, and cemented her evolution from a teen renegade into a provocative young woman.
I honestly think the fact that, you know, I took a year to do it and I just really took my time on each song and really got inside my own head with this album and, you know, took my time with it to do it right. And I think that in itself is the growth. And, you know, maybe not personally I've matured, but I know my work has matured.
You've sold over 50 million albums worldwide, which is amazing. How do you keep yourself, like, motivated to carry on?
I love getting on stage and performing in front of, like, fans. Going and, like, other freaking artists, like, you know, Gwen Stefani and Madonna and Christina Aguilera and Shakira. Like, when you see them perform, it's like, you know, it makes you want to be a better performer, too. It's, like, inspiring. And so I think that's what motivates me.
You've been off and the paparazzi is still following you. What is that like?
You know, it's a little weird thing. Yeah, it is kind of weird. But you know what? I'm not complaining because it goes along with what I do. But sometimes they do get a little out of hand and stuff, you know. And it is kind of weird. That is their job, and that's what they do for a living. It's kind of bizarre. You didn't know I was an alien? Yeah, one time they said I was an alien, and one time, they say those silliest things.
You're an alien?
Yeah, that I'm an alien, and that, and that I'm into strippers.
Do you ever think that acting would kind of overtake the pop career at all?
You know what, music, I love my music so much, I don't think it'll ever, like, that'll always be my core of really who I am.
Britney's musical intensity was now undeniable, resulting in her first Grammy for the song Toxic in 2004. By now, there were no longer any illusions of Britney's personal life being all wholesome candy floss and kisses. On a Las Vegas weekend in January 2004, she suddenly entered into a bizarre marriage with a childhood friend, Jason Allen Alexander.
And we was looking at each other and we was like, let's go do something wild and crazy and let's go get married just for the, you know, for the hell of it, let's go.
This lasted all of 55 hours before being annulled on vague grounds of incompatibility.
So we went ahead and did the whole thing, and we got back to the room, and we decided that's when we needed to tell everybody what we done did. And then that's when all hell broke loose. We realized that what we did wasn't probably the right thing we should have done, and wasn't the right way to go about it, and that we needed to fix the problem the mistake we had made. So that's where the annulment came in, and we got the annulment.
Within 6 months, Britney announced her engagement to Kevin Federline, a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake, and professionally known as K-Fed.
He's so simple. His simplicity and just, he's like a boy. He just, you know, and he cares. He cares so much, and his heart is awesome. He has a really big heart.
The revelation of her relationship made the tabloids even more ravenous. K-Fed had just split from his wife, who had recently given birth to their second child. A hint, one might say, of things to come. The couple married